money today.
Make some money. What up, though, people? Welcome back. It's Wake Up Woodward. You know, we didn't do this right either. Shout out to Detroit's #1 draft pick in the sound booth. That is KG, a.k.a. Black Hollywood.
What up, though?
Hey, bro, he got the gold lambskin
Duren
on today.
Here you go,
Look at my man, Black Hollywood.
I'm just trying to live, man. Just trying to live.
My man is going to be right for tonight, man, for the home opener, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
you know
let's rock. Woodward Sports is MVP in the TD booth. That is JB Smooth. You look like you're ready for home opener tonight.
Man, I'm more than ready for home opener. I'm ready to hit the court. Like, let's go. Put me in, JB.
JB trying to
JB, I'm trying to hoop.
Trying to hoop. I like it, man. DJ Hyde, that stuff is in the building. His segment is just on the way. I can't wait. It's going to be like a pep rally, man. We're going to get hype. Flannel Sam, it's your boy Brandon Dent, aka Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Pistons reporter and writer for the network. And you know what? We got to bring the legend back on. This is a guy who I've seen from the front of a Pistons press conference honored. They were like, oh, even after he had left the beat. And he just came to just hang out with us. And they were like, oh, you know what? We're going to give the first question to Rod Beard. Hey, shout out to Rod, man. The legend. Let's get him drum roll back in here, man. Hey, yo! Shout out and welcome to the legend, Detroit News Rod Beard. What up, though? It is Pistons home opener, man. Let's go. Woodward Pistons.
Home opener, Pacers. Hey, let's go. It's Wednesday. We got everything. We got everything lined up to be right for it to be on a Wednesday too.
Talk your time. You know what? Just take it right on the way. We did, man. That's awesome. The basketball guys, they're already working. They're already working. Just take it away with Rod's thoughts, man. And shout out to you and Cody too.
I'm going to put a little bit of water on the optimism that people have, and it is the same thing. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think. This may not be a 30-win team, but they will be better. Now, let's revisit this after the first 10 or 15 games, and I can give you a better sense. 15 games, if they're 5-10 or better, we can talk after that. But I don't want to hear the 30 wins. This is a play-in team or playoff team. You can't tell me that right now. I'm just not ready to make that level of commitment.
You know what? If this was years past, Rod, I probably would be like, you know what, they're ready to finally do this thing. But even I actually have predicted the lowest win total of the entire cast here. At first it was 28, then I moved it up to 30. They've gotten me to kind of...
With the Masters of Athletic Training program here at Heidelberg University, our undergrad students have the opportunity to do a 3+2 where they'll...
before, and it still didn't work out. We've seen them go and try and get the right vets. And even though we saw a flamethrower, Bojan Bogdanovic, for one season, unfortunately, Cade Cunningham was out that season after game 12. Beef Stew injured his toe, and it's been lingering for like the seasons after that. Jaden Ivy and Duren, they were not at all what we thought they were going to be at that point in time. They were coming off the bench. And so the only time that we had to really kind of see this thing work, everything fell apart. And we thought that our young players would have the capability to be what we've seen Orlando do. But when you got J.B. Bickerstaff and Trajan Langdon in here, it really shined a light on just how much organization and how much the processes, how much being able to understand what's being conveyed and having a plan for everything matters. Having that singular voice matters. So it's like, you know what? Like you, I do believe that the foundation is much better. We talk about building that house. Much better. No cracks. They excavated. They dug it all up and they repoured the concrete. And I do believe it's a better foundation. But I do stop just short of believing they're going to be in that play-in. I got high optimism. They're going to look better, but I'm kind of with you. What about you, Flannel?
I want to ask you, Rod, because you brought it upon yourself to be the wet blanket. So I got to, and that's okay, by the way. That's okay. But I have to ask you this: is there something that could happen throughout the season? Like, is there a wins floor where if they went under that, you'd be very concerned?
A floor? No. I mean, because it's if you go on 17, 14, it's sort of, well, you have nowhere to go but up. If they win less than 20, I might be a little concerned because you want to see some progression in this. But it is also, you have a new coach, you have a new scheme that you're bringing in. The chemistry of these vets just aren't bench guys, your 12th and 15th guy. These are guys who have to play considerable roles. Malik Beasley has to play a considerable role. Hardaway does. Tobias obviously does. If you have a big injury, it could contribute to something like that. But just in a general sense, everybody's healthy, everything is rolling along, and they are under 20 wins at the end of the year. I'd be concerned about that.
Yeah, me too. This is a team that needs to look discernibly different. I believe that a lot of people are saying don't lose that sub 20, but I like this the exercise that you do, and we've done this the previous three seasons, I believe, where we just look at the bottom 5. Can they be better than those bottom 5? And that's another component where people are getting some optimism. And I do believe with you, we generally take the exercise. Let's get the game 15, 20. Let's see them through their first road trip. Let's see the type of identity, because you kind of get some long drawn conclusions out of that. Last season, that beginning of the season sunk them. They sunk. They started off with a little bit of physicality. One of the big men got injured. I believe it was Duren's ankle. It was Duren's ankle. They start off with a good defensive efficiency. They were talking about playing physical, and they just never got it back going after that at all. Cade Cunningham, Bojan Bogdanovic, people who started missing time and such. And so they just had the worst of mojo last year. This year, I do believe that they're much more insulated against that type, but it is very important for them to take the start of this season serious. Even if you're losing, you need to see that there are gains. You need to see when you're looking at the metrics that you're moving in the right direction from a defensive standpoint and offensive flow. You got more shooters. You have more, I think, not necessarily a higher IQ room, but a little bit more mature room that's going to be available to play. That's probably the biggest thing to me, is that these vets like Tobias Harris, like you said, they're going to be there, but they do have to perform as well.
Yeah, and let's play that game again. Here are the 5 teams you have to be better than, probably in the East. The Bulls, possible. The Nets, probable.
Yeah.
The Wizards, possible.
Finally
Raptors.
Be better than the Wizards. Oh my gosh, please.
Yeah. The Raptors, you can see that happening, possibly. And the Hornets.
Yep. That Raptors one, Cade, you're going to have to be better than Scotty, who's now leading that Raptors team. And then you said the Hornets?
The Hornets.
See, dog, Rod, I'm not trying to.
Goodness, Rod. This is a good move, Rod.
They have to be better than those teams, though, right? They have to be.
They have to be. So in that sense, you can make a way that it can happen, but you got to be better than those 5 teams. The Bulls, okay. The Wizards, number 1 sort of pick, number 2 with what's his name, Alexandre, you got to be better than him. So it can happen. You need some things to go your way. You need Tobias to be very good, and you probably need Jaden Ivy to be a 17-point a game contributor and starting and playing well. And that's entirely possible. So I mean, I won't rain on your parade, but I'll give you some overcast, cloudy sort of situation on what the season can be. Maybe I won't be a full rain. Maybe
I'm so glad that you brought up Jaden Ivy, because I want to ask you this. When you hear Jaden Ivy shot over 50% from 3 in the preseason, is that something or nothing?
Something, because it's real games. This isn't just Drew League stuff and something that doesn't matter, that doesn't have the controlled environment that we're talking about. It's something able to do what he does best and give him a lineup that he can work completely and be himself within.
Man, you know what? That's heat. Detroit Pistons, Indiana Pacers tonight at LCA, 7 o'clock. Rod, the Detroit Pistons have fared well in their last 2 home openers, despite the odds. What you got them doing tonight, man? You know it's going to be rocking down there. It's a tough opponent in the Pacers. Hey!
They're gonna get a dub.
Let's go!
I think they get a dub. I think they get a dub to start the season. They've got to.
Oh, you know what? We're ending on a dub. Are you back with us, Rod?
Yep.
There we go.
We're ending on a dub.
Hey, we're ending on a dub. Thank you, man. A couple great segments as well. Football talk, Pistons talk. And you know what? Like we said, home opener tonight. Want to see you guys all out there. But definitely, you guys, put your love in the chat for Detroit News. Rod Beard, sports editor-in-chief from the Detroit News. Shout out to Cody Davis as well. It's his first regular season game with the Detroit Pistons. He's been doing great work to this point. And shout out to you guys, too, in the content, man. Didn't know if you wanted to get an opportunity to plug that before we sign off.
Yeah, we're doing a little Pistons blog or Pistons podcast on the Detroit News. Nothing, no official name or anything, but just to get some additional content, give Cody an opportunity because he's had an extensive podcasting background. So we want to try to capitalize on that as much as we can.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Like I said, great people doing great things and making sure that you guys get all your sports coverage from a plethora of angles. Definitely support the Detroit News and their great staff over there. Thank you for your time. As always, to the legend, Detroit News, Rod Beard. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Rod.
Gentlemen, appreciate you.
Yes, sir. And
Thanks,
I got to tell you guys how to fuel up your Detroit sports fandom. It's with the perfect cup of Sabbath Coffee Roasters. You got to become a subscriber, all right? Whether you're gearing up for a big game or savoring a